Alright, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on when you watch this. So, I want us to do more examples on how do we solve linear equations that have brackets. So, let's do more examples on that. So, let's take 4 open bracket x plus 2 is equal to 2x plus 3. Totally made that up. So let's just try solving it. Remember, when we're working with brackets, our first step is to simplify the brackets. So you need to simplify brackets. So what do I mean by simplify brackets? I just mean multiply them out. If you have a bracket and something outside the bracket, then you need to apply distributive method to actually eliminate the brackets. So let's apply distributive method. Distributive method just says you take the 4, you multiply it with the x, you get your first value. So you get 4, let me use a blue instead. So 4 multiplied with the x, you get 4x, right? And then you say the 4 multiplied with the 2, the 4 will multiply with the 2, what do you get? You get 8, right? So you add your 8 there. So on my left hand side, on my right hand side, do I have brackets there? Don't have brackets, so I just leave it like that. It's 2x plus 3. Need better markers. Alright, so now what do? Now it goes back to the equations we've been working with. What do? We collect variables on the right hand side. So collect variables on left hand side. You bring them this side, the left hand side. So you take this 2x, you bring it to the left hand side. So once the 2x that leaves the right hand side and goes to the left hand side, what happens to it? Pause the video if you must and think about it. What happens if I take a 2x there and I bring it to the other side? This is what happens. It becomes a positive, or it becomes a negative. It was a positive. So we have 4x there plus the 8 there, and now we have minus 2x, right? Equal to what's left now. Just cancel that. Whatever is left is just the 3. Do you guys see? Then now, what's our next step? We collect constants to right hand side. I keep on using to and on differently. My prepositions are like off. So I'm a math teacher. It's a good thing I'm a math teacher. So you take the 8, take it to the other side. It comes up, it leaves as 8. It's gonna arrive as minus 8. So what's left on my left hand side? I have 4x, I have minus 2, right? On my right hand side, I have 3, and what arrives is now a negative 8. So that's what I have now. So what do I do now? My last step is just to simplify. So you simplify and solve. So you say 4x minus 2x gives us what? 2x. And what is 3 minus 8? What does that give us? That gives us negative 5. Remember your integers. 3 minus 8 gives us negative 5. And then from here, we're looking for just x. So remember, you need to divide by the coefficient of x and divide by the coefficient of x. The 2 and the 2 cancel. So x is equal to negative 5 over 2. Can we simplify that? You can write it as a mixed number, but you can't simplify that fraction. So you write it as a mixed number. It's negative 2, 1 over 2. Since you divide the 2's in the 5, how many 2's are in there? There's 2 2's. What is the remainder? The remainder is 1. So my x value is equal to negative 2.5.